Hey Taurus, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your August 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading. We're going to be starting with a few Oracle cards just to give us some direction and guidance where your messages are leading. If you guys would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Taurus and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hello in the comment section, leave an emoji, whatever you feel comfortable with. It just gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. Lifts us up to lift you up. We're all connected, and that's why you're here. Tarot, we wouldn't be able to read it accurately if we weren't connected. All right, by all that invisible source. So we start with a message, whoa, God is your source. By all that invisible source, and here you have it. God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Auspicious sign of where this reading is going. Then we have the message. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. And this abundance source supplied by the infinite wisdom of God. We have here, this is the message of the Blackbird. If you guys love reading into nature and look out for signs. Blackbirds, blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Remember that song, Beatles? My life, you were always waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird, fly. Are those the words? What are the words in that song? I wonder if there's a message for you there. Taurus, August 2025, we start with the Four of Pentacles. Self-preservation, possibly saving. Let's see where this is going. We need more context. August 2025 for my Taurus. They're getting caught in my hair. Blackbird, fly into the night of the sky. How does it? If you guys end up looking up the lyrics to that song, please feel free to share what stood out to you, because there's a reason Blackbird's coming through so strong. We got the Fool card out here. Awesome. What is this Four of Pentacles? Oh yeah. So right off the bat, you know, this is self-preservation. This is pulling in your resources. This is being self-protective, possibly just that pulling in, right? And it's because maybe there's some conflict that you guys have been going through. This is maybe something in the recent past, maybe that you're still in this. It could be competition, whatever it is, regardless if it's competition or if it's conflict and fighting, your energy is withdrawing. So let's keep on going. We've got some really positive cards here too, so bear with me. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Oh, you got... Who's the jerk? Who's the jerk? Somebody being immature here? Maybe a perspective that they're... Somebody here might be slow to take on, agree with the group, or slow to take on somebody else's perspective. We've got Three of Cups here with the King of Wands. I'm smiling because the King of Wands is a bossy mofo. Who is this? Somebody's kind of fiery in this situation among friends, possibly a third-party situation for a few of you guys. I don't see that for all of you, but we have somebody doesn't agree with the group, or somebody wants to make everybody agree with them. Nine of Wands. There's a stubbornness to your energy. This is where Taurus shine. You cannot make a Taurus do something they don't want to do. I laugh in the face of those who think they can. You know, and Taurus, like, I think if we were to stereotype a lot of you, I think one of my last readings, I was talking about how great your hugs are. Let's talk stereotypes, right? I think sometimes people underestimate Taurus, their stubborn side, because there's such a good nature that oftentimes shows up on the surface, just really salt of the earth and balanced. I feel like they want people to get along for the most part. I know there's some wild Taurus out there. They're like, yeah, everybody butt heads. But like, I think that people underestimate that friendliness or that wholesomeness. They underestimate it and they think they can kind of push you around. I can't stop laughing. Six of Cups. What is this? So, is this family? Is this, if they're not family, they're connections that go deep. And I think there's some disappointment there. I think you might feel the ripple effects, how they could affect maybe a bigger picture here. I think that for a lot of you guys, this is family somehow connected. Okay, all right. So for some of you guys, you're going to be like hitting the drawing board again as far as a master plan. So maybe a living situation, or even like revising some agreements with close relations, like future plans and stuff. And because I feel your stubborn nature coming out. Like, you know what? I'm just going to pull my energies in. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to budge. You're not going to bully me into thinking something or some way. And you're not hiding from anything. You are simply like, I'm a fortress. What's this Fool card? Very different energy. So now the energy is totally changed. Here's the Fool card. The sun's shining. This feels like a solution. Let's get a new deck of cards. What is this Fool card? August 2025. Working something out, maybe? Because I think that there's something that's like, I hear the words, go along with the program. Go along with the program, Taurus. I think that there's actually a wholesomeness to the reason why you don't want to go along with the program. I think that you're not just looking out for yourself. I think that you're looking out for the bigger picture, and you're like, no, this doesn't work into what's best for everyone. Okay, what's this Fool card? Okay, partnership, Two of Cups. That's beautiful. Page of Swords. What about this? Okay, there's a big change in August. I think progress is made. I have to find out a few more. We have Two Cups and the Lover's card. Some of you guys, it will be connected to your partner and it's romantic. It doesn't feel like this is a huge, like, you're going to be flirting and falling in love with somebody type of reading. If this is indeed your love partner, this feels like it's something established. Okay. But it's like there is this fresh journey. There is this, I think, new information that is revealed, that kind of Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I think you guys are going to be changing the plans. I think it's not out of impulsivity, and I don't think it's out of emotion. I think it's actually, the Hermit card is actually guiding you. This wisdom is guiding you kind of out of the weeds with this individual. And I think that there's this addressing what you have been building with this individual or this family, this group of friends, whatever it is. They're close to you. They go real close. There's readdressing the plan and what you've been building, and there's recognizing where it's maybe gone off alignment, where it kind of flew off the tracks a little there. And then there's Judgment card, that is like actually a promotion of sorts. It's a rising to the call, the evolution. So this situation evolves, this situation gets better. I think it's really great that you're being stubborn and you're holding your own, because I do think there's, like I said, there's a wholesome quality as to why. And I think you might be on your own. You might at first feel lonely in that situation, but I think that you create a new pathway by holding your own, which is the whole point, the ability to disagree, or protest something. Thank God we can do that, because we now allow a new pathway to form. And because of that, so we arrive at the King of Swords. Who's this? So just because you have the facts doesn't mean you have to be malicious with them or reckless. It seems that there's somebody here who feels they have the facts, they have the truth, down to the cold, hard truth. So the King of Swords can sometimes represent an air sign, like, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Libra, but it can also represent somebody who is very much taking the form of, this is analysts, lawyers, surgeons. This is somebody who's like got the bottom line. And so whether it's somebody who's just, it's the bottom line, like they are actually have an expertise, it's their profession to give you the bottom line, or, which in a lot of your cases, I don't think that is it, because they're so reckless with it, that it addresses that there's emotion behind here, because we've got the Nine of Cups upside down, we've got the Knight of Swords. Somebody doesn't like the way something's turning out here, and they might try to intimidate with what seems like facts, but they hide their emotions behind that type of talk. All right. So what about them? I feel like High Priestess, there we go. More confident. Here we go. 5 of Wands. I just feel like I feel like don't get upset that I use the word passive. I use it in a good way. Passively, I feel like you're holding your own and you're very much a part of this, but you are not as reckless as these two energies. These two energies, the King of Swords, recklessly throwing their words and their communication around. They're not happy. And I also wouldn't be surprised if they don't want to take responsibility of something. With the Nine of Cups, they're not very pleased with, I think, where they've gotten themselves, but they're never going to probably admit that. They are part of like what makes up the heart of this conflict. And we have this King of Wands in reverse, who's all bossy, domineering energy and wants their way and be sometimes intimidating. Both of these energies are super intimidating. And here you are kind of like pulling in your energy. Tell me a little bit more about Taurus here. Because you might feel a little hopeless when you're doing that. And I think that you don't see the impact that you're actually making because you're so focused on like keeping your own sanctuary, and that's okay. You are actually making more of an impact than you realize. Okay, so let's talk about this turnaround. We get enough of the picture. My Taurus that are with me, it's resonating for a reason. So I want a little bit of the picture. I'm actually going to go to an extended as well, just to keep on going, because I know not all of you guys like longer readings, but I'm going to unpack more advice in that extended. But for now, let's talk about the turnaround. What does Taurus need to know about this turnaround? Yeah, definitely some relationships have been out of alignment with the Lovers card. Man, growing pains hurt. Growing pains hurt. This has been building up, possibly even in little ways. I think it was inevitable. It was going to build up to an event possibly even kicked it off, but it was an event that was completely out of your control, and that's important to know. And so I'm so sorry if you're feeling Three of Swords, if you're feeling upset or disappointed, or like you almost have to start over with something. But you know that you're right about something. You know that the way you feel is unwavering. You're strong in your convictions. This is Seven of Rods that I'm holding up, Seven of Wands. So it's like, hold tight. There is Ace of Wands coming. This is your solution. This is something, a burst of light, a burst of inspiration. So I would say right now, the energy is like, you keep on doing what you're doing. You're actually making more of an impact than you realize. Find that inner sanctuary. I feel that a lot of the chaos is coming from two energies outside of you, which might be obvious to you, but there is this event here. There is something about this situation that is out of your control, and yet you're a part of it. Keep on doing you, and there is this Ace of Wands coming out, and it's an opportunity. And you're going to be able to take advantage of this opportunity because you're still strong in your convictions, but I don't think that you're waving it around like the other energies. You're not making a fool of yourself. See, the thing is when you're running around with your head cut off and you're saying things with the Knight of Swords up in reverse, that type of energy, it's very reckless. And that's where you burn bridges. I don't feel that you are burning these bridges. And I think that that is going to come back and serve you well. I'm going to go into the extended and unpack this more. And in the meantime, I just want to say thank you for being here. Please consider hitting the like button, subscribing, joining the family if you haven't yet. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.